Khachaturian. Here's a very interesting collection. The collection is called Adventures of Ivan, and this is the first piece, and this one is called Ivan Sings. So this piece, there is a chromatic movement, so we always, or almost always, we're gonna have chromatic movements. So I think the first step here is, if you've never done practice the C minor scale, I recommend you to practice the three modes of the minor scale. This one, the natural, the harmonic, and the melodic. So it's very important that you really know the scale and the key, so you don't have problems, because we will have a lot of accidentals in this piece, and if the key is not clear for you, you might get confused. So the piece starts with a C minor chord. So there's a strategy here to practice this piece. And that's how I teach my students. So for now, let's forget about the first measure. We're gonna start on the second measure. And we will always practice or learn 4x4 measures. That's how the phrases are structured. So the way I like to do is, first, let's figure it out each chord, each different chord, or each measure. So left hand starts with a C minor, then we have half step down, then another half step down, and one more half step down. So this is all chromatic. So this one, I like to think some fingering for this, but we are not going to play this legato. So the most comfortable for you, for me, I like doing this. I like try to keep my hand always inside in the keyboard. Okay, so now that we learned the 4 different chords we have in the first phrase, it's time to practice a little bit as quarter notes. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for now, I'm not using the pedal, but I think it's a good train to practice the quarter notes a little bit with pedal, so this way you already practice how to switch the pedal. So basically, this edition tells us to switch the pedal every 2 beats. But actually, it depends what we have in the right hand. You will see that sometimes if you have a minor second like this, this can sound a little bit harsh. So let's see, when we put both hands together, how we're gonna do the pedal. So now the next step is to learn the right hand. And this is a very simple melody. So I like using the finger they suggest here. So basically it's 3, 4. now it's time to put both hands together. So let's start doing the first two measures with both hands. So 3, 4. See that I am not using the pedal yet. 3, 4. Second phrase. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole phrase. 3, 4. Now we will follow the same procedure with the next phrase. So we stop left hand here. Let's learn the next 4 measures. We have this one, this one, and in this measure we have 2 different chords. It's an exception. We have this one, and then we have this one. One more time. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this phrase starts with a A flat and a C flat. So a C flat is the same as B. Let's play this as quarter notes now. Right hand, 3, 4. Counting, 3, 4. 4. Both hands together. 3, 4. So we're gonna do the same procedure with the next phrase. This time I'll go a little bit faster. So the first chord we have this one, and then we have this one, then we have this one, then we have this one. One more time. 3, 4. Now playing as quarter notes with pedal. 3, 4. Right hand. 3, 4. Counting. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, together. Okay, so the next phrase, we also have 4 measures, but this one, I would say, is a transition for the second section. So the chords here will be a little bit different. So we start with this one. I like doing finger 4 and 1. Then we have half step lower, same chord. I like doing same fingers. Then we have in the next measure 1 chord per beat. So the first one is going to be this. Same chord, but now with finger 3, and that's very important. Then we just move 1 finger. Then we have this one. Then we have this one. And finally this one. One more time. We start with this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, one more time. Now as quarter notes. 3, 4. Right hand, 3, 4. Both hands, 3, 4. Okay, now I will play this whole first section with pedal, and I will comment between the phrases, or in the phrases. We're gonna talk about the pedal. So we switch here. So I like to switch every beat in this measure, or in the first 2 beats and in the third beat. So play here, switch, hold. So let's see the whole phrase. Okay, now the second phrase. Nice to finish this phrase with more energy, because then we can have a contrast when we go to the next phrase. This. So I like to start this phrase very piano. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about the transition phrase. So we have, starting here, the thing starts to become more heavy and dramatic. listen to this without interruptions. Okay, so let's now start talking about the second section. So the second section, we're gonna start learning by the left hand, and we will learn the whole main part here, only the left hand. So basically we have the same chord as the beginning, is the same melody, but with some little changes. So basically our harmony will be the same. C minor, now the C is here. And what is very important to practice here is the rhythm. So we have this syncope, and I recommend you to practice like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the first note in the first beat and in the third beat we have 2 half notes. So we have to hold those notes while we play the higher ones. So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So basically we will have this. I recommend you to do harmonically like this to really learn what's going on here. Then practice a lot like this. You have to practice this until you can get so fluent that your hand goes by itself. Okay, so the right hand, we have a very simple melody as the beginning. So over here we have these ornaments. My advice here is do this slow first, only the first, stopping the first note with the ornament. Focus on the last note. That's the target. The first 2 notes, this has to be very soft. No tension. Break to this one. Then I recommend you to start doing this. And it's important that it has to sound the same rhythm as we don't have the ornament. 1 4 with the ornament. 1, 2, 3, 4. The same for this one. 3 and 4 and 1. 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so let's listen to these measures with both hands and pedal. 3, 4. Okay, this same thing, I recommend practicing measure by measure here. So now it's time to learn the very last phrase. So we will come from this part here. There's a forte, and I really like how he introduced this phrase or this coda is so basically here the left hand will do the same syncopation, but we never have the first note of the syncope. So it's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so this together will be. I like to pass finger 1 here, so I have my left hand with space to do the harmony. So the whole second section, 3,